Hello folks, Lakey Bloke here. I'm back in my usual place in the kitchen, just above the stove. Stove's there. This camera here, God bless it, if I just move it a little bit, hello, it's just resting on the top of the stove. But it means I can step back here and do depth perception and all those sort of weird and wonderful things. So this is the last of the 12 Ciders of Christmas reviews, guys. Hope you've enjoyed them. If you haven't, I apologise. I've had a couple of thumbs down on a couple of reviews, not these ones but some prior ones. So if you don't like them, you know, and you just go ugh without leaving a message, how am I supposed to know why you didn't like them and improve on them? What do you want me to do? It may well be that you just don't like me, and that's fine, and I can live with that. But if you think that I can improve these in some way, let me know. Anyway, if I'm perfectly honest with you, I don't really care. But if you're going to give me a thumbs down, then at least tell me. Today's one, Waitrose English Vintage Cider. Now, this one is made with 100% fresh pressed apple juice. And it's a vintage because it's 2012. Which means it's the year before last now, because we're in 2014 now, aren't we folks? Medium dry, full bodied and mellow. This is 7.5%, so it's quite a strong one. Allow me to read off the back here, folks. I'll just put this up here while I read to you. A lightly sparkling cider made in the Herefordshire countryside from traditional varieties of bittersweet English apples, grown in the region known, hang on, I need my glasses on, guys, I can't really read that. Grown in the region since Norman times. There you go. It's slowly matured in oak vats where it develops its special strength and unique flavour. Now, you may remember some reviews back, there were a couple of oak matured ciders. This is another one. Again, this one is from Herefordshire, and there's quite a lot of bottles I've noticed in these reviews. They're all from Somerset or Herefordshire. Now, I've never known Herefordshire to be a massively known cider producing community, but I'm happy to be proven wrong if that's the case. So apologies to Herefordshire if you are renowned for doing ciders. I mean, obviously everyone thinks of Somerset when they think of cider, and that's not necessarily the case. So I need to sort my head out around that one and do some reading and find out what makes Herefordshire such a great place to do ciders. However, as this is the last one, this is a stronger brew at 7.3%. I do apologise. Slight fizz on there. I think I said 7.5 earlier, didn't I? If I didn't, don't worry. There we go. Let's pour it into the glass. There's a now this looks like a normal cider, doesn't it, chaps? And this is what I would be expecting from an unsweetened cider with no additions like strawberries, limes, mixed fruits and things. It's a very nice colour. I would say it's lightly carbonated. Just bring it up to the camera there. It's not a massively carbonated drink, but that's fine. No apple smells on there. All I can smell, guys, is oak, which leads me to believe, before I even taste it, that this is going to be really heavy on the oak. So let's give it a quick sip. Surprisingly, it's not heavy on the oak. I would say there's a medium oak on that. Oakness, if that is a word, which it isn't, but you know, it is now. It's quite crisp. I love the the crispness of the apples in there. You can taste the apples with an initial hit of sweetness again. The aftertaste is oakish. It stays in the mouth for, you know, a few seconds. It's rather pleasant. Again, no smell on that hardly, just a little bit of sort of oakishness. You can smell the oak in there, but you can't necessarily get an idea as to how appley it's going to be or how strong it's going to be. Now I'm going to put the glass down, guys. Let me just put it there. Perspective. While I'm telling you what I think about this brew, you can look at it. That's what I like about depth perception, you see. It makes it a bit more interesting, rather than you just looking at me going bang, 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 bang. Now, I have to score this one, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a nice cider. There is some oak in there. I'm not a massive fan of oak. I'd prefer more of an apple flavour over the oak flavour. This doesn't really cover up the taste of the apples. It's, I would say it's quite equal on the oakness and the appleness, if that makes sense, folks. In some ciders you can get too much oak, in some ciders you can get too much apple and a little bit of oak. This is probably, you know, fairly equal. It's a nice beverage. 7.5 out of 10 for me on the last of the 12 ciders of video. 12 ciders of videos? Just so to show how many I've done of these. 12 ciders of Christmas videos. God bless you, chaps. I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be next week now. I won't do a video this week, a Homebrew Wednesday video, because I think you've seen enough of me over the past 12 days or so. So we'll give you a bit of a break, because you deserve it. You've been really good. You've listened to me and you've put up with me banging on for these last 12 days, so I'll give you a bit of a break. I'll come back next week, but between now and the rest of January, I'm going to be giving this a bit of a rest, so I won't be drinking. So the next video you see, I'll probably be rustling up some kind of brew, or I'll just be sitting and having a chat with you, see how you're getting on and stuff. So I'll see you in the next one. It's been a pleasure, guys. Hope you enjoyed the 12 Ciders of Christmas. Give me a thumbs up if you have in the little thumbs up thing below. If you've not, again, give me a thumbs down, but tell me why you haven't enjoyed it. And you know, if it's a good enough reason, then I will genuinely listen to you and I'll try and improve. Maybe I'm not perhaps describing the flavours enough for you, or maybe you just think I'm a knob. If you think I'm a knob, I can't really do much about that, can I? But you know, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to think that you're wrong as well. Works both ways, doesn't it, chaps? It's a two-way thing, this brewing stuff, isn't it? Shout out to Uncle Jonah. Cheers, mate. I know you've been doing your 12 beers of Christmas. I've been watching those. And you other guys, you know who you are. You don't need me to give you a name shout. You've been doing your 12 beers of Christmas too. So thumbs up to you for making the effort. It's been fun. It's been challenging to try and come up with some new ways and words of trying to describe things. I know sometimes I haven't always managed to do that, and I apologise for that, but it is quite difficult when you're trying to describe how a cider tastes. You need to take into account, you know, the appleness, and if there's any additions, you need to take in the additionsness of the drink. So that's why in some of them I've tried to give you an idea as to how I feel about them as a cider and how I feel about them as just an alcoholic drink. So hopefully that's given it some sort of balance for you. Anyway, see you next week, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, not much I can do about it now because they're all done, aren't they? So see you next week, guys. God bless you. See you soon.